In today's video, I'll review a braided line made by Soloking, and I will compare this budget braided line to one that has been made in Japan by very well-known brand Seaguar. And believe or not, this cheaper one is better in many ways. So yeah, if you are into the market for a few spools of high quality braided line, stick around, you will find a good news within this video. So when it comes to packaging, it's very basic. As you can see, paper box, and in the box we got a plastic spool. Good quality plastic, really. It won't break for sure. So yeah, simple deal, but packaging shouldn't be important, you know. In this case, important, or the most important thing, is the blue stuff. And also, Soloking has green line to offer, but I believe that this one is better one. So if you will be buying braid line from Soloking, go for the blue new stuff, because it's the best they have as far as I can make out. Okay, so now let's compare this braided line to one from Seaguar. You will see that I will be comparing ones that are of the same diameter, PE 0.8. So yeah, I will write down all the categories I will be comparing those lines to, and I will make it a table to make things out easier. And I will give points from 1 to 10. So yeah, let's start with the thickness, right? Let's unpack the Seaguar one and let's get on with it. So visually, obviously this Seaguar is multicolor braided line, but it has some blue section somewhere deeper onto the spool. But I'm comparing just kind of orangey and blue stuff now. And visually looking, really, they are of the same diameter, really. And quite thin lines as well for this rating. Okay, as you can see, blue one is this new Soloking braided line. Then I'll try to put next to it this one from Seaguar. And I don't know, to my eyes, as I look at those lines, they do look identical when it comes to diameter, you know. I can't make out which is thicker or thinner. What do you think? And now let's check in the one from Tsurinoya, H or H8, that used to be my favorite before. And you will see that this one is also of the same diameter, maybe a little bit thicker, but just again, just maybe. So, you know, it's all very good news, guys, meaning that this new Soloking is maybe thinner than that Tsurinoya H8, which is fantastic news, you know. I used to use this Tsurinoya a lot and, you know, called it many times as the best affordable, you know, braided line from China. And also, just for fun, let's throw in the third line that is from Dual, another Japanese brand, but this one is actually thinner, rated at PE 0.6. And when you compare it next to Tsurinoya, you can clearly see that this one is a little bit, I have full hands of those braided lines, difficult to handle them. But still, I mean, it compares very well, that PE 0.8 from Soloking to this gray one from Dual, that is thinner, or declared thinner diameter. Anyway, I hope you can see something. So if I would have to give ratings for the thickness, I can easily give 10 to both because they are thin lines, and I can't see any differences when it comes to comparing one to the other. They do look similar to me. Now, when it comes to roundness, it's not easy to describe the roundness because, but the easiest way I have found to find out how round the braided line is, you kind of extend it a little bit and then you kind of twist it a little bit. And if it's, very flat, you will see that it would go like in twists immediately. So as you can see, when I start twisting with Soloking braided line, it does not change a lot. I mean, you will see odd little kind of visible flatter spot, but it's not bad at all. You will see this behavior on any line really, but in here it's very, very well controlled, I would say. So the Soloking is relatively round, definitely very good. I've seen way flatter lines. And now this Seaguar, I will say that is a little bit flatter than the Soloking. Definitely a little bit flatter. There are more coils, or like, I don't even know, like wraps forming. I'll put my finger here because it's a different color, not that visible against the white background. See? More wraps, like, or more flat spots as I twist it. Therefore, in my testing, the Soloking is around the line, therefore it gets a higher rating a little bit. But again, this Seaguar is not bad at all. I've seen way worse lines, way worse. This one is definitely very good, but Soloking is just slightly better. So, both of them are not perfectly round, therefore I will give Seaguar 7 and 8 for the Soloking, so Soloking is better. Now, when it comes to smoothness, again, all I can test out is just by kind of dragging the line through my fingers. And usually flat lines are way smoother. But in this case, I would say that Soloking is a little bit smoother. But they are very, very close. But the smoothness is very good on both lines. So you won't have any problems when it comes to casting, and then retrieving the lures at speed, especially with a fish that, the line is going through the guides and making noises. So I can easily give 9 to both because they have, I mean, it's difficult to tell that if there is any difference because they are quite smooth, both of them. So yeah, 9 and 9 is good. Now when it comes to stiffness, this Seaguar feels stiffer than new for sure. Than this one. But this one is not soft. It's not soft by any means. And having fished with the Seaguar for a while, I know that it will get way softer. It won't get too soft like in real fishing situations to cause problems, but it will go way softer. I used this one a little bit and stiffness does not change really as from new to when you start using and when it gets wet. So for stiffness, I mean, they are both good. You won't have any problems with either of those lines. So for stiffness, I can easily give 9 for both of them because, there are no problems with that. And yeah, as you can see, we have almost identical scores. But now when it comes to value, this one at the time of this review is about $9 or $10, I believe, or about 9 British pounds. And this one is about twice as much, at least on eBay. So it's about $20 or 18 British pounds, something like that. So value is way better for this Soloking one. Therefore, I'm giving, I mean, this one is still a very good value, because like if you would look at some YG key or something like that, this is still a very good value. Therefore, I'm giving Seaguar like 7, but here for the Soloking I'm giving 10, because it's just cheaper line, but as good as this Seaguar, actually a little bit better, because I gave for the roundness the advantage for the Soloking. So yeah, as you can see guys, the comparison is simple, and the result is quite simple. If you want a good quality line, you have the choice for this one from China, Soloking. Obviously, the other thing is that I haven't talked about yet is the color. I quite like multicolored lines, I won't lie. They are usually my preferred option. If I can't get like the line in white color, then the second best is multicolor one. But then blue, actually, I haven't used blue a lot, but blue is very good color as well. If you are fishing, no matter where actually, whether it's a sea or lake, you know, I mean, freshwater or saltwater, blue is a very, very good color. It seems to not fade out as quickly in general, and also it's very well visible, not being like, you know, like in your face, like chartreuse yellow or, I don't know, pink or orange, something like that. So it's very well visible, but it's not in your face if you like. So blue is definitely a very cool color to use, especially when lure fishing, you know. So yeah, all in all I can say, if you are interested in checking out this braided line, I will leave a link in the description below. Check it out. But that's that. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.